Well, good morning. It's Friday the 13th. Something tells me I should not be doing intricate mechanical or electrical work today on Friday the 13th. I mean, seriously, Friday the 13th actually fell on the 13th. It's a little scary. Anyway, let's talk about what's going on in the shop here. Let's go over and do dad joke of the day. Bad dad joke of the day. Let's see. Friday the 13th, it says, how do trees get on the internet? They log in. Okay, that's actually cute. All right, let's put that aside. I've been out here for about an hour. It's 11:15. I've been out here for about an hour, but doing stuff that I just like to do and messing around. Unchargeable stuff. I cleaned up the head steady assembly, and it's all ready to go back together. Painted those because I could. I got the paint. What the heck? Put some connectors on the horn. The horn checks good. What else did I do? Over here, this is about the ugliest thing you'll ever see. But I needed the place to put the battery, and I think that this will be roughly where the client will build a battery tray for this battery. So anyway, this is the limits of my carpentry skills. I drilled holes in the board and strapped it down. And the ground is going to ground, the power is going to the relay is going to the starter, and the guts are hanging out. And at this point in time, and I haven't done it yet, I've got this hooked to the starter terminal on the starter relay right in there. If I take that and touch it to 12 volts here, as if I were pressing a button up on the handlebar, this guy should spin. It should spin the motor. I have not done this yet. This is live online, guys. You are either going to see the motor spin or you're going to see a lot of smoke. And that be the truth. In the meantime, I want to show you something cool. I took the plugs out because I don't want it fighting compression at this point in time. These are what I refer to as dead plugs. Now notice that somebody has actually hammered the contact down to short out the plug. I call these dead plugs. They're space holders. They're hole fillers. Somebody doesn't want you to use these. They've declared these as bad and making darn sure that they don't get used. I like that. That's a really good idea. So I got the dead plugs here, and they are literally hole fillers for when I fill the hole while I'm working around so nothing disappears. Let's talk about the timing cover. First of all, I got to say, guys, thank you. You guys are great. I've got the greatest people watching these videos in the world. When I found out that I was publishing them as public versus private and gave it some thought, I was really torn to just start going to private videos for the owners. But people seemed to like them, so I left them public. And I was worried. I mean, I've heard the horror stories of people getting flamed and people getting, just nasty responses and stuff like that. I don't know how long I've been doing this, but I've got 400 or 500 of these things up. And in all the time I've been doing these videos, I don't think I've gotten more than 2 or 3 even snarky comments. And and they were usually right. So, what can you say? And on at least 2 occasions, somebody has commented on something I did wrong. And I realized, oh my gosh, they're right. And I was able to correct it before it became a catastrophe stroke, as Jimmy Durante used to say. So anyway, I mean, I really do appreciate the followers, the people who are watching these videos. You guys are great, and I appreciate the kind words in response to my video yesterday when I talked about making a mistake. Okay, the decision is I'm going to leave this cover on for the first start because I don't want to wait for the anti-drain down piston to come in. After it comes in, we can do this again. But right now, keep in mind, my primary objective on this bike is to make the motor run. Everything else is going to be done by the client. I am going to close this up for them. I'm sorry, I am going to close this up for them. But after that, pretty much, If I get this guy running, that's all I'm really supposed to do. So at this point in time, I've got it wired to the point where I can spin the motor. And like I say, this is the full extent of my carpentry capabilities. So he's secure, that's good. And this is secure, that's good. And everything's wired, and that's good. And got the space saver plugs out of the way. At this point in time, if I take this yellow wire and hook it, just touch it, I'm not going to hook it, I'm going to touch it to this contact under here, right in that area. Yeah, okay. The motor should spin or smoke. One of the two. I want to show you this before I do that. I take a good solid red wire and put a 3-way connector on it, and a good solid black wire and put a 3-way connector on it. All the bike's electronics are going to be hooked to this. Everything electrical is going to be hooked to this, because I don't like people disconnecting the main wires. So I'm just going to plug the whole electrical system into these 2 connectors and spread it all over the bike. I just do that when I have a bike that has no wires on it. This is where I start, okay? Just so you don't have lots of wires stacked up on the battery. Okay, so now, yellow wire to this connector right under there. I'll zoom in. I got a little bit of bare connector showing right there. And if I touch this to that, then theoretically, this part should turn. Okay, so you watch that, I'll watch this. And let's see, that scared the hell out of me. I'm sorry. I wasn't ready for that. All right, that's funny. How about them apples? All right. So we got a spinning motor. Cool. All right, I could close up that primary. I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it open for a while longer. Oh, I got to thinking about that last night. I've never taken the primary case off of a Mark III. There's never been a need. So I didn't even know that the Mark III primary is held to the engine differently than the through 74 Nortons with three bolts. This guy's got 4. And I didn't know that because I've never taken a primary off the Mark III because I've never needed to. The only time I've taken primaries off is on Mark IIs, like my bike, when I've put on an Alton starter, because the Alton starter gives you a whole new inside. I'm trying to make this thing zoom. Well, I don't know why I can't make it zoom. There. See, there's the Alton starter, and they give you a whole new inner primary. And so I've taken lots of those off, and those are held on by 3 bolts. So I didn't even know. So anyway, I don't even know if I'm going to take the primary off of this bike over here because he wants a new front sprocket. And I don't know if there's an access panel in there like on Triumphs, or if I have to take the primary off. I'll know that when I actually get to it. So anyway, yeah, there was a lot of confusion there. I knew these little locking clips were important, and they're right here. They're on the four bolts that hold the mounting studs, and so they're in place now. I feel good about that. I knew they were important. I just wasn't sure where they were supposed to go, even though I should, because I have gutted these things before for changing and fixing things. I just knew they were important. I knew they had to go somewhere, and I assumed, and you know what happens when you assume, I assumed they're supposed to go in there. So that's all clarified. I do appreciate all the people who pointed that out. And you guys are great. Thank you. Thank you for all the good words, and thank you for enjoying these things. And I'm going to see, I've spun it now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the carburetors over here and put them together and put them on the bike. And that'd be just one step closer to getting the engine to run. So that's what I'm going to do, and I'll do that now. Once again, thank you guys, and here we go. All right, let me show you a couple of things that are kind of interesting It's total happenstance, but what the heck? Let me show you these things. On the two carbs, this hole here, how am I doing? Yeah, you can see. This hole here is the air that goes into this point here and meets up with the air adjuster screw for the pilot system, pilot jet. And on this one, let's see, you can put this in all the way there, all the way down, and you can actually look inside the hole. Let's see if we can do this. And you can actually see the tip of the Q-tip down there, okay? Now let's take the other one, the same hole, and it only goes in that far before it hits an obstruction. Remember, over here, this guy, all the way down to the hole, this guy, completely occluded. It's not going anywhere, so that needs to be cleaned out. That's the first thing. Those are easy to forget. Here's something else that's easy to forget. These holes in the bowl. Now, I haven't cleaned this bowl yet, so don't get nasty about the crud. But you need to go down here. This one is stuck full of oxide. I mean, these are not going anywhere. And this side, same bike, same carbs. You can see the Q-tip coming out the bottom. See it? These are the tubes that feed the gas up to the pilot jet. So they have to be clear. Okay, so I just want to show you, these are real easy to not realize. So make sure these things, you know, I can push my way through that one. Let's see if I can push my way through this one. Okay, I can push my way through. But what I'll really do is I'll take a drill bit of the appropriate size, this is too large, and clean these out. And the same thing over here, I'll take the proper drill bit. Oh, this one actually goes all the way in, good. And over here, try to see if I can get it to clean it out by hand. I don't really want to use a drill here, but let's see if I can. I may end up using a drill because this is really. See the crud? See the crud? I can't say it's a bug deal this time, but there's crud. And look at it all. That there's a lot of crud. Okay, so I want to get these cleaned out all the way down. Still not broken through. Yeah, okay, yeah, I've broken through. So now I can clean them out and blow them out. Ooh. All right. So then you've got to make sure that you get the little pinholes down here are passing gas out. Can you look down in there? Let's see, can you see? Ooh. Oh, wrong side, Frank. Let's do this side, Frank. Okay, it's coming out here, that's good. And you should be able to see it coming out of these two pinholes here. They're very important. Okay, once you've got all those passages sprayed out, cleaned out, wiped out, then the body's in pretty good shape. I'll still run a couple of drill bits through there just to make sure I get all the crud. Okay? So I just wanted to point out those passageways that are easy to overlook. All right, so it's about 10 after 12. I've got the bodies of the carburetors cleaned as best I can. They look reasonably better. All of the passages have been blown out, drilled out a couple of them. Like I said before, I ran drill bits down these to clean them out because they were really occluded. Okay, so everything's good here. We're ready to go back together. I want to show you one thing that I do. I've probably showed you before, but I'll show you again. This is fine valve lapping compound. Okay? And I take a little bit on a Q-tip like so. I go into the gas valve assembly and clean the inside with the grinding compound. Nice and shiny. Okay, so that takes care of that. That gives you a nice clean seat in there. And I just do that. I don't know if it helps, but it makes me feel good. I like a nice shiny brass seat in there. Okay. All right. Let's check the bowl float level and then start putting this thing back together. Oh, it's kind of cool. These are the new adjustable floats. So let's just check this guy over here. Hey, my neighbor's here. That's okay. Next door neighbor brought his daughter over. She's just a little sweetheart. All right, so let's see. What was I doing? Oh, we're getting ready to set this. We didn't get these kits. Did not include the new adjusters or the new gas valve. So we're going to use the old gas valve. Now let's check the height by pressing down, not on the gas valve, but on the float tab. And right now, with it pressed down, as if it were being lifted by liquid, it's right below the top by about 1/8 of an inch or so, maybe a little less. To me, that's perfect. That's just right where I want it. So that one's good. Okay, let's check this one. Am I getting a good close-up? All right, let's do this one. See, now that's just a little bit high. See that? It's not quite to the top, but just a tad bit high. That's seated. So I'm going to bend this tab down just a little bit in order to raise that up, just raise that down. Raise it down, I like that. I'm going to raise it down now. Taking it nice and tight. Let's see how that did. Let's see if that made a difference. Okay, that's seated. Yeah, see, now it's right down where I want it. That's good. You know, you can make them lower. Higher might make them leak. Lower doesn't matter. Unless you're racing flat out, you'll never flow too much gas that this can't replace it. So low is better than high in that case, in my humble opinion. Okay, these guys are ready to go back together. Yeah. All right, I'm going to set up the camera and do the rest at high speed, probably. All right, with any luck, that's the end of the high-speed stuff. What I was doing before is when I was shaking it, you could feel the slide shaking up and down to prove that it was loose. And then I set it with the preliminary 1.5 turns on the pilot air adjuster and 1 turn on the idle adjuster. This one didn't feel, this one felt strange. I'm going to just, let's put this over here before I lose them. Anyway. Okay, now 1.5 is all in. 1.5, 1, 1.5, and it's just about flush. This guy is weird. Let's take him in. He just doesn't, he feels spongy right there. One half, 1, 1.5. Look at how high he is compared to that one. I don't feel anything in there. double check it with our cleaning wand. Cleaner. Feels good. Fondles good. Nice and clean. Let's do this one. Feels just like the other one. Nice and clean. Nothing in there. Difference between right and left carbs? If so, I've never noticed before. That's right about that far in. Same. Nice and clean. This cleaner has a little drill bit on it, so you can use it sort of like a file in there. And the depth of the hole, let's see, let's just put this in there. Goes all the way into the jet and stops right about there. This one goes all the way into the jet and stops right about there. So whatever is different is in my mind. I am using the old adjusters because the new ones didn't come with these kits. There's two kits. One has all new adjusters and some other stuff, and then the other kit doesn't have it all. So I'm using the old stuff. Now I don't remember which carb was which. Which one felt weird? Okay, this one is. All the way in. That's quite a depth right there. 1/2, 1, 1.5, just about flush. This one. See, it's flush now. It's all the way in. 1/2, 1, 1.5. All right, that's where they get set. Okay, so these guys are ready to go on the bike. Build some lines. Insert these into the on the cable, which we have. We've got a set of cables. I'm going to set them on the bike now, and then hang these carburetors. So I will be back. All right, well, it's 2:45. I took a lunch break and then I came back out. I mounted these small bars, British bars here, and I got a British throttle and a set of cables. I think these were, all this was supplied by Roger because the other stuff just didn't work. I made cables, I mounted the carburetors, and let's see, I can't seem to zoom properly. Okay, so the carbs are in place. I'll make a crossover tube. But right now, I got good snap. So I made these cables up, mounted this. I'm going to make myself fuel lines, make a crossover tube. I got clever. I didn't have one of these adapters here, so I made this one. Let me show it to you. I'm kind of proud of it. Let's see if I can get it off without tearing things apart. Anyway, look at it. And there it goes. All right. I made this out of an old cable adjuster. By gosh, you got to do what you got to do. So anyway, that plus the cables plus the throttle plus the handlebars give me operational slides in the freshly cleaned carburetors. So that much is progress. Now it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm probably done for the day. It's been let me show you. This is my carburetor junk. I found this. I made this out of, what did I make it out of? Let's see. I think I made it out of, nope, these are all different. What did I make it out of? I had another one. I don't know. Anyway, I made it. I had another one just like it, and I didn't make it. Okay. Scooby-Dooby-Doo. Anyway, this is my carburetor and throttle junk. So I got to put all that away. It goes back into my dead carbs and boxo bits. So anyway, you got to do what you got to do, and it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and I'm tired, so we're going to call it a day.